Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a review of the very popular Beautycounter products. Back before Christmas, my friend Jayne, who sells Beautycounter, reached out to me and asked me if she could send me some samples and I could try them out and let you know what I think about them on my YouTube channel. So that's what I'm gonna do today. This is, I wanna say, the fourth time I've recorded this video. So I know what I'm talking about by now. But she was so gracious to send me kind of some of the basic skincare and also a couple of the makeup items. And I just wanted to run through each one and let you know what I think and then kind of give you a review of what I think of the whole company in general. Now, if you are new to Beautycounter and you've never heard of it, Beautycounter is a multi-level marketing company where the consultants sell the various products that they have, home party style, Facebook, however you want to order them. And the biggest thing that they claim is that their products do not have any harmful, toxic chemicals in them. There's this whole list. If you go onto their website, it's really big. The things that they do not use in their products, especially, you know, parabens, sulfates, fragrances. Those are just kind of the basic ones right there. But Jayne sent me a good variety of stuff. Some stuff I loved, some stuff I'm like, about, but that's just me. Keep in mind that these are my opinions, and I would highly suggest trying a couple of these things and seeing what you think and going from there. So I will go ahead and start off with the cleansing balm. This is designed for, it's kind of a multi-purpose. I think they even call it the Swiss Army knife of Beautycounter. It's a thick balm that you can use for chapped lips. You can use it for dry spots. You can use it for removing your makeup and or just all over moisture. For me, I found that it didn't quite go far enough for me to remove my makeup. When I remove my makeup, I remove it with jojoba oil using the oil cleansing method. And if I were to do that with the cleansing balm, I would need like a whole big dollop of it. And this stuff is way too expensive to use a big dollop of it. And so I actually used it for some dry patches that I was getting, especially here. Especially in the winter time, and it worked great. I used it on my dry spots on my hands, my cuticles. I loved that it wasn't just for the face. You can use it the body. You can use it anywhere. If you're wanting to just remove eye makeup, it's good for that because you don't need a whole, like I said, big dollop of it. And it reminds me a lot of coconut oil, how it kind of melts into the skin once you rub it in, but it doesn't get greasy, if that makes sense. And it's not gonna clog your pores, so you don't have to worry about that. And I thought that it was the cleansing balm was a really good product, and I would definitely recommend getting some, trying it out because it has so many uses. I also tried the day cream, and I put this on, I'm trying to think, I cleansed, then used the toner, which I'm going to talk about here in a minute, and use the day cream and then my makeup. I had to think about the order that I used this. And the day cream went on really smooth. It actually sat very well under my makeup. Didn't feel like I was wearing a heavy cream, but like I've said, my skin gets really dry, especially in the winter, and it's more combo to dry year round, but more dry in the winter. And it didn't feel like a heavy cream, but it moisturized really well. The only thing that I didn't really like about it was the scent, and it is not fragranced. And I prefer like no fragrance, but I don't know. I just didn't like the way that it smelled. It didn't smell bad or chemically, it just wasn't my thing. One thing that I really enjoyed was the night cream. And I would use that after I would cleanse my face with my oil, with my jojoba oil, and then the toner, which again, I'm going to talk about here in a minute, and then the night cream. It went on really easily, and one thing I loved about it is that a little bit went a long way. And when something is as expensive as Beautycounter, you want to make stuff go a long way, a little bit go a long way. The thing that I loved the most, probably the most about it, was that it made my skin so ridiculously soft, almost like I had exfoliated. And I don't know, Jayne, you can chime in here, or if you know Beautycounter, you can chime in here. I was kind of wondering if there was some sort of chemical exfoliant in it that was kind of maybe exfoliating my skin from the inside out. I don't know, but it almost felt exfoliated. It made my skin so stinking soft. So, and of course I was using this, I used up the samples already, but I was using this in the winter time when I need all the hydration at night, especially all the hydration that I can get, because my skin is so dry with the heater on 90% of the time. Probably my favorite thing from this whole line that I tried out, and I actually bought before Jayne even contacted me, I bought it from someone else, is their rose water spray. And actually I didn't bring all the other products in here with me, but I wanted to bring this in here. This is awesome. I love the hydrosols, and if you follow me for probably about a year, I've been using hydrosols in my skincare, and I've used Plant Therapy's hydrosols, I've used Evan Healy's hydrosols, and basically what it is, when an essential oil is steam distilled, the hydrosol is kind of the product that's left from that steam distillation process, and so you get a lot of benefits of the essential oil through you get all those benefits, but it's not as strong as the oil itself. And so I use a helichrysum toner or hydrosol at night, but I use the rose water from Beautycounter before my makeup during the day. And I haven't had the opportunity to try this yet, but I've heard if your skin gets really like tired and hot at the end of the day, like I said, it's still kind of chilly outside where I am. I've heard you can spray this on your face just as a refresher and even to kind of refresh your makeup, and even keeping it in the fridge is supposed to be better. I keep this upstairs in the bathroom because that's where I use it. But one thing I wanted to show you, the reason why I brought it in here, and I don't know if it'll show, but the mister is so nice. And even if you don't like rose scented things, oh, this is so nice. I just love this rose water spray, and I kind of use it as a toner. So I clean my skin with my jojoba oil, and then use this and follow with my moisturizer. And this just gives such a nice, refreshing scent to my face. It can help to improve the texture of my skin as well. And like I said, the mister is really nice. There's nothing worse than if you're spraying something especially over makeup, and you get like a squirt in the face. This is a really nice mist, and I don't even know if you can see that. Oh. Now this is also kind of pricey, so that was probably not wise of me to spray this all over the place in here, but I wanted to show you how much I love this. I know of people who use this as like a body spray, almost like a body splash, like you may have used from Bath & Body Works back in the day, or you still use now, just as a nice all-over scent. I actually have an essential oil that I have diluted that I put on that's kind of like my perfume. It's a lot less expensive, but some people use this as a body spray because it really does smell nice. Not flowery or too floral, it's just very light. So just long story short, if I were to recommend you try anything from Beautycounter first, it would be this. This is so nice. Now she also sent me the charcoal bar, and the charcoal bar is really popular. I remember it getting my skin really, really clean, almost like squeaky clean, but it didn't dry it out. At the same time, I felt like it was maybe a little too drying for me. Again, it didn't feel like my skin was parched. I just like the way that my skin feels after I cleanse with the oil better. You can also use a charcoal bar for washing your body, and it doesn't have a scent, so it would be great for guys who want to get a good deep clean on their face. My husband would probably use it in his hair because he doesn't have a whole lot of it, but you can use it on your body, and it's really good cleansing. It's gentle cleansing, but it's deep cleansing at the same time. If you want to go online and search the benefits of charcoal, go ahead and do that. You'll find there's a whole lot. I could probably do a video about activated charcoal. I don't know, because I have a lot to say about it, but charcoal has a lot of really amazing benefits in skincare as well. And she sent me 2 foundations, and I had to write these down because I was getting the names mixed up. She sent me the Dew Skin, it's more of like a BB cream. And this was a little runny, as you can see in this picture, but it goes on the skin really easily. It was a bit too sheer for me. I prefer full coverage or medium to full coverage foundation just because I have a lot of issues. I like things to just cover me up. But if you're not looking for something like that, the Dew Skin is a really good, maybe a really good option for you because it goes on so smoothly and sheer, and it doesn't look like you have makeup on if that's not the look that you're going for, just to give you a little bit of color, kind of a wash of color over your face, and it's really nice. It doesn't smell like anything, which I love. Then she sent me the Tint Skin foundation, and that was more of a full coverage foundation, and I really enjoyed it. One thing, again, a little bit goes a long way, and when something is as expensive as this, you really appreciate it when a little goes a long way. It was a lot less runny than the Tint Skin foundation. I'm sorry, than the Dew Skin foundation. Sorry. But just like any full coverage foundation, I highly, highly recommend that you make sure that you are fully exfoliated first, because I found that it did cling to my dry patches, especially right here in my under eye, which started getting dry like last year. I have no idea why. I never dealt with dry under eye until now. Getting old is fun. But I found it clung to my dry patches a little bit too much, but when I was good and exfoliated and moisturized, it was great. It worked really well. So what are my thoughts on the whole company? First of all, I love what they're doing as far as being honest and forthcoming about their ingredients. And first of all, they say what they do not use. So if you look at that list and you're like, wow, that's a lot that they're not using, and compare it to what's already in your cosmetics, you might be really surprised of all the things that are already in our cosmetics. In other countries, especially in Europe, a lot of those ingredients are banned anyway, but they flow freely in our drugstore and in our Ulta and Sephora, and we don't even think about it. But they could be doing damage at the cellular level to our hormones, causing allergies, all sorts of things, even cancer. I don't like scare tactics, but that is a very real thing. And I think everyone has been touched by some sort of cancer somehow in their family, close friends. And I do all that I can to avoid things that have been proven to cause cancer or cause diabetes or cause any sort of health issue, severe health issue, especially if it is something that can be prevented. And so I really appreciate Beautycounter paying that close attention to their products and really putting the care into it. My only thing that holds me back, yes, they're really high quality products, but good grief, they're extremely expensive. Probably more expensive than most makeup and skincare I've ever seen. Probably the only skincare I found that costs more would be in the department store, like the super high-end stuff. And I know you pay for quality, but I'm also really interested myself in taking care of myself for the long term. And I know for me to buy, and this is just me, this may not be you, but for me, in the super duper long term, like from here on out, I am probably not going to be able to sustain a full $800, $500, whatever skincare regimen. That's just plain and simple. It is easier to shop with a company that has done all the checking for you. You don't have to worry about what you're purchasing from them. I just really wish they would make it more accessible for the everyday person who really gets a lot of their skincare from the drugstore or even something like Ulta or Sephora. Someone who maybe won't pay more than, $20 for a moisturizer. This stuff is extremely expensive, and that's really my only hang up. That's why I would suggest if you find a couple of things that you really like from this line, continue with that. You may not be able to get the whole line, and that's totally fine if you can't do that. Let's be realistic here. But if you can find a couple of things like the rose water, that's just so nice, especially in the warmer months that are coming, or the cleansing balm, something that you can use on yourself and on your kids, that would be great. So I'd highly recommend that you try that. Oh, speaking of kids, I can't believe I forgot this. She actually sent me 2 conditioners. I'm so sorry, Jayne. I totally forgot about this. She sent me 2 conditioners, and one of them is for the adults, and I actually couldn't use it because it has silicone in it. it had some sort of silicone. I can't remember if it was dimethicone or another one, but I actually can't use that with the curly girl method. It's not that it's bad for you. It's just I'm not supposed to have silicones in my hair because it can weigh down my curls. So that's why I didn't use it. But she did send me the not a kid conditioner, and I used it on Caleb and Braden, and it also has silicone in it, but I used it on both of the kids and really liked it. Braden is the one I need conditioner with because of his curls. Caleb has pretty straight, fine, easy to work with hair, but I really did enjoy it for Caleb and for Braden, and I really didn't have to worry about the chemicals seeping into his sponge-like skin at this young age of 3. So I hope you enjoyed this video today. Please be sure to give me a thumbs up or 2 thumbs up. No, don't give me 2 thumbs up because that would make, I don't know. But give me a thumbs up if you like this today, and you can hit this little face me. Don't hit me in the face. Maybe click me in the face right here, and you can subscribe to my channel. Over here I have 2 of my previous videos that you can check out. I would love for you to stay and watch all the videos that I have coming. It's been a pleasure speaking with you today. Jayne, thank you again for sending me these samples. I'm going to leave her information in the link in the box below so that you can go check out her website, see what you would like to try from Beautycounter, and tell her that I sent you. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.